Morning, everybody. Trapper Bob. We are out in the trapping shed again. I'm on step 2 of my coyote hide that I tanned. I took it out of the solution, rinsed it real good in lukewarm water, stretched it out on the board, let it dry overnight, and now I'm starting to work the hide. What I'm using is a cordless drill and a coarse wire brush to work the hide. A lot of guys tell you that you can break the hide over a rope or a tree or something. I found that this makes it a lot quicker. This is a coyote that I got last year, right near the end of cable restraint season. So I'm finished soaking it for I think I left it in for like 6 days. There isn't a whole lot to do on it, mainly work on the head and from the front shoulders up to the head. The rest of it's in really good shape, not much there, as you can see. It turned out nice. I'll kind of maybe see about taking some of that membrane off. Right back here by the back leg. This is all you got to do is you get that membrane off, and as you can see, it's nice and white underneath. I break it up, peel as much as I can off, and then I hit it with the wire brush again. So what I'll do is I will work on it a little bit and start the video back up and show you my progress. Okay, I'm back. So about 10 minutes worth of work with that coarse brush, and this is what we got now. As you can tell, I took a lot of that membrane off and it's working good. I've still got some damp spots where it's not really ready to come off real good. Down here at the bottom, it's kind of moist yet. So what I'm doing is I'm letting it dry. I took it off the board, let it dry, let the fur dry, and that'll help dry the hide. I did go down the tail, got the membrane on the tail really good. There's just a little bit left, so I think I'm done with the coarse brush. What I'll go to next is a fine brush, just to touch it up and buff it up real good, and that should take the rest of the membrane off. This will be a probably another 3-day process here. I work on it a half hour, 15-20 minutes, up to a half hour, depending on how dry the hide is. And I will be trimming the edges off of this to make it look more symmetrical. There was some damage. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably trim out, get her turned around here. There we go. There, now we can see. What I'll probably do is trim it right down along the edge, take some of that belly hair off, and just leave like the big black back area for the rug. I haven't decided yet if I'm keeping the head on. My last one, my real big one, I couldn't really get the head cleaned as well as I wanted, so I cut the head off, and it's still a huge rug. I got it hanging in the house. The wife said no fur in the house, and I was out working in the shed, got it done, cleaned up real good, brushed out nice, took it in the house, looking around. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. We've got an electric fireplace, and I put it on top of there, but it was way too big for that." She said, "Just put it on the wall." I said, "I thought you said no fur in the house." It turned out really nice. I just took my fox, black raccoon, black um, possum, my big mink, and some muskrats in the house that I got finished. I ordered some leather sewing kits, or some leather sewing needles, and some wax thread. I am going to sew backing on all my furs, and then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm keeping the fox, I know for sure. Probably the mink, because it's a monster mink. But the rest of the stuff, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I had a friend drop off some raccoons yesterday. I'll probably skin them out, tan them, and my wife gets really cold, so I think I'm going to make a winter hand warmer that she can slide her hands in, have fur on the inside and coon fur on the outside. I think that would look pretty cool and keep her hands really warm. I got 3 big coons, so I might be able to make 2 of them, or just 1 big one. I haven't decided yet. My son's coming over today. He's got, I think he's got a couple of raccoons and a coyote to flesh out. He doesn't have a setup where he can flesh and hang to dry. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his raccoons and a skunk that I've been hanging up drying for him for the last couple weeks. I did teach him how to flesh. He watched videos to learn how to skin. I kind of showed him up here, but he didn't really pay a whole lot of attention, and it was kind of in a hurry. He did skin a couple, and it is a lot of work, but I've done enough of them. I can knock them out in just 5-10 minutes at the most. So what I might do is, since he's coming up, have him skin them out for me, and then I'll flesh everything. He doesn't want to screw up the coyote. It's his first coyote, and he wants to tan it, so maybe I'll flesh it for him so he doesn't get any holes in it. And then we'll see what happens from there. But I think that's about it for this video. Next 2-3 days I'll be out here 15-20 minutes, however long my batteries last, in my cordless drill, working on the hides. This hide until I get it where I want it, and then I'll trim it up. Oh, something I learned off my coyote. If you are going to, and my fox, if you're going to trim the hide, don't use scissors, because you cut the long hairs. I screwed up, and on my big coyote, back on one of the back shoulders, I did use scissors, and I cut the long hairs. It was the only place I used scissors. I was trying to take a shortcut. Use an extremely sharp knife. Mark on the back side, the leather side, where you want to cut it, and then make your cuts on the leather side. Then you won't damage any of your long hairs. You'll keep your nice long hairs, and then you'll have a nice edge where you can sew to. All I'm going to do with these is put like a felt backing on it, sew a felt backing to them, so that I can display them. Oh, sorry. Little hide dust, membrane dust from the brush. It does make a mess. I'm not going to kid you doing it this way. I have got dust. That's flesh dust. That stuff is everywhere. It does make a mess. I will be spending at least a week of hard cleaning to get this whip back into shape. I brought all my coyote traps in. Got a count on them. I'm selling 8 of them to my son. He wants to really get into some coyotes, and I'm going to sell him 8 traps. I gave him 13 traps when he passed the course, and I told him any more. I've got a few that I could sell him, but I'm not going to give him anymore. He's got to learn that he's got to work for what he wants. So, and no better way to do it than make him pay for his hobby. So, he's a good kid, love him to death. He works hard, got 2 kids and a wife he's supporting. So, I made him a pretty good deal on the traps, and I'm going to throw in some coyote bait that I use. I do make my own bait. I'll probably make a video later this summer or early spring, I guess, if I can get a hold of some beaver carcasses. Cut beaver meat off them, grind up the beaver meat. So I guess that's it for now. My next video will be showing you guys the finished product. I'll probably show trimming up the hide, and then I'm probably going to have to wash this one. It looks kind of dirty. They say not to wash it after you use the alum tan, but I should have washed it beforehand. So I'll probably wash it, see what happens. A little soap and water. So that's it for now. Have a good day. Bye.